7 practices of highly elegant people. Let's get into it. If you're new here, I am Laura, and this is Executive Her. On this channel, I help women elevate their personal brands through modern elegance and also through style. So the first practice of a highly elegant woman is they do not flaunt what they have. Instead, they practice humility. So when it comes to flaunting what you have, elegant women, they don't flaunt their money, they don't flaunt their things. Now, they're not apologetic about what they have because they do feel that they deserve these things. And it's okay to have that feeling because everyone is different. How you choose to spend your money, what you choose to do, that is on you. And no one has a right to tell you what to do with you. So elegant women, they don't apologize for what they have or how they spend their money or how they live their life, but they don't actually flaunt it. They don't make other people feel uncomfortable because they don't have what they have. They're not belittling people because other people have different things. They do not do that. What they do is practice humility. They are very comfortable with what they have, but they're also very grateful for what they have. And they don't mind sharing what they have. Now, sharing what you have it doesn't mean that anytime someone asks you to borrow money or asks you for things that you always give. It means that you share through your knowledge. You share through your charitable donations and giving and your charitable, not only acts, but also time. So when it comes to being highly elegant, they do not flaunt their things. Highly elegant women, they do not spend time wasting time following other people on social media. Now, let's face it, we live in a time where social media is big and it can be good in some cases. But I'm talking about when, let's say you get off work and the first thing you do is you jump on social media to see what everyone else is doing. And by the time you look up, you've walked in the house, it's about 6 o'clock, and you look up, it's 10 o'clock, and you've spent most of that time on social media looking at what everyone else is doing. Elegant women do not waste time on social media. Instead, they practice being productive. So they may get on social media to see what is going on, maybe to get some ideas, what's trending, all of those good things, but they're not spending all of their time looking at what other people are doing. Because in some cases, when you start to look at what other people are doing, you begin to compare yourself and you begin to feel really badly about who you are, what you have, how you look. Elegant women don't do that. They spend time being productive and adding value to their own lives. So they're spending time growing in their career, being the best mom that they can possibly be, or if they're a stay-at-home mom, making sure that their kids are taken care of and that they're participating on school boards and PTA, all of those good things. And also, elegant women spend time being productive by always growing or self-improving. So if they don't have time to follow other people on social media, if they're on social media, they are doing something productive, something that is going to add value to their lives, value to who they are trying to become. Elegant women, they don't complain. Instead, they practice being positive. Have you ever noticed that if you're around someone who is constantly complaining, either you start to complain yourself and you look up and you think, well, that really didn't bother me. Why am I complaining? Or you get off the phone with them or you leave them and you feel absolutely drained and you're depressed. Why? Because when you start to complain, it's almost like it's contagious. All of that negative energy is contagious. It weighs you down. And when you are complaining, there's no way you can be positive. So elegant women know that if they practice being positive, putting out positive energy, good things are going to come their way. Great things are going to happen. And why complain about it? They're not going to spend time complaining. If there is something that they don't like, they're going to change it. They're going to spend time figuring out how to change it, how to do it differently, how to adjust. get over it, move on. Whatever the case is, they're not going to spend time wasting time just complaining. Instead, they're going to be positive, put out positive energy, because they know that when you put out positive energy, positive things do tend to happen for you, and you remain in that space where you're open to having positive things happen. So the next practice of elegant women is elegant women do not take themselves seriously. They just don't, because they know there's no such thing as being perfect. What they practice is being comfortable and being more secure with themselves. They don't spend time trying to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. They don't have time to be perfect, nor do they want to be, because that is something that you just can't achieve. So instead, what they do is they practice being more self-assured. They know that nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect, and they're not trying to be, because it's an unrealistic expectation and an unrealistic achievement. You cannot achieve perfection. So highly elegant women, they're okay with not being perfect. You see them out on the street, they may have their hair perfectly done, but a few strings kind of tossed about. You see them out, they may have on makeup and it is not perfect by any means. They may have on their clothes and their clothes look fantastic on them, but they're not trying to be perfect, because they know that you just can't reach perfection. And it's not just in how they look, but it is who they are, how they behave. They just don't take themselves too seriously. They can actually laugh at themselves. They give themselves grace. They really do practice being self-assured and comfortable with who they are. Next practice of highly elegant women. Highly elegant women, they do not seek validation from other people. Instead, they practice being comfortable with who they are. They practice spending time with themselves. They don't need that validation, because they're always practicing being comfortable with who they are. They don't have to have people around to tell them how great they are or to approve of what they're doing. They don't need that. Elegant women really do practice being comfortable and loving themselves. They don't need to be validated by other people. They don't need to have other people tell them how great they are, or other people to approve of what they're doing with their lives. They are quite comfortable with themselves, what choices that they make, and they're okay with whatever the consequences are, because they're comfortable enough with themselves to make those choices. So they don't really need that validation from someone else. They are comfortable with who they are. They practice being comfortable in their own skin. The next practice of highly elegant women is they don't give up. Highly elegant women, they practice trying again, doing something different, making different decisions, making different choices, because they know that if you dwell on the past, if you dwell on what didn't work, if you dwell on something, then you're not moving forward. And they are always thinking in terms of how to move forward. So elegant women don't spend time wallowing, time just really giving up on themselves, because they realize that they can't dwell on things they cannot change. If something happens and they can't change it, they're not going to dwell on that. They're not going to just give up, throw the towel in and say, oh, things never work out for me, I'm not going to try this again. Elegant women don't do that. They try and try again, because they know that you can't dwell on the past. If you're doing that, you're not getting anything done, and nothing's going to happen if you don't do anything about it. So they try again. They try it again, no matter how long it takes, or they adjust, and they come up with new ideas. So they're never stuck just waiting for something to happen for them because they've given up, because they think it's not going to happen. Instead, they keep trying until they get it, or they change direction if that's what is required. They do what is required to reach the goal that they're trying to reach, whatever that may be. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Those are some practices of highly elegant women. I will link another video somewhere here at the top. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.